I get the, hello? Okay, there we go. I get the pleasure of introducing this speaker. Reva, I don't even think I've ever presided with you. Have I?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I haven't. I mean, I don't remember it either. So I'm very honored to be here with Reva. She's a wonderful traveler in this world. She just brings light everywhere she goes. So she's been a traveler on the metaphysical path for many, many years. She became an ordained minister of the Church of Wisdom in 1997. Reva has a passion for healing and has studied numerous healing modalities, including hypnosis, healing touch, RoHun, and other modalities. She has studied various spiritual practices, and she has an expansion in consciousness, wisdom, and knowledge that continues as a lifelong quest. Reva has attended and supported the chapel since 1990s and became a member here in 2009. After serving on the chapel's board of directors in various positions, her most current being that of the past president. She has been a participant and a leader in classes at chapel and other local churches and organizations. She is retired as a successful businesswoman who has applied the spiritual and metaphysical principles she has learned to help guide her success. So please welcome Reva Stewart. Yay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's wonderful to be here. And my topic today is me key. And I will start this with scripture. And we haven't talked and we haven't planned any of this today, but the song was a perfect introduction to my talk today. I'm going to be reading scripture from Exodus 3:12 through 3:14. And he said, "Certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent thee when thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt. Ye shall serve God upon this mountain." And Moses said unto God, "Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall I say unto them, the God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them?" And God said unto Moses, "I am that I am." And he said, "Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you." So a perfect song for my talk today. You know, I did start at this chapel in the early 1990s, and since this is homecoming, you know, coming here was like coming home for me. It was a safe haven, and it was warm and embracing during a very difficult period in my life. And it ended up, at that particular time, it ended up being what I say the best of times and the worst of times. And the worst of times contributed, of course, to who I am today. So it's all good. And the chapel has been a significant part in my growth spiritually. So when I think of home, I think of a warm and loving and inviting place. And this journey at the chapel certainly has been that for me. And all through my lifetime, this lifetime, and probably others before this, I've been a seeker of truth, the seeker of the truth of who God is and the truth of who I am. And it's taken me on an absolutely beautiful journey, and a journey to self, the I am. And I want to share with you a story of my awakening. And some of it is it was humorous for me at the time. When I first started hearing Spirit speak, I heard what I thought was Mickey. And I'm going through my Rolodex of people and I'm saying, who is Mickey? And I was doing a lot of writing at that time. And so when I wrote it out, what I was hearing was not Mickey at all. It was me-key. And so in that story, and of course at that particular time I was very innocent in my spiritual understanding. So me-key, it was like, who is me? Who is the key? What is the key? And how is it that I access the key to unlock that place within me, that God space within me, which I didn't even have an understanding of God being within me at that particular time. Rumi says, what you're seeking is seeking you. And so in my quest and in my seeking, that God that's within us, and each and every one of us, was seeking me because it knew that I had the consciousness and the desire to know who I am and who God is. Me-key, for me, is the I am that I am. I am symbolizes that eternal part of us, that part of us that never dies, that part of us that lives on forever, and consciousness and awareness and awaking us to ourselves and who we are. And our song that we sing here in the chapel, it's in every one of us. And in that song, it says, I bought this ticket and watching only half of the show. And so a good portion of our lives, we come here and we're watching the outer half of our show. And we're tapping into or seeking something that is an innate desire for something deeper and more meaningful for who we are. And so that ticket, it takes us into the world, and it takes us into many adventures in this life's journey. And in those adventures, we're ever questing for something deeper, something greater, and something more meaningful in our lives. We identify with our personality and our outer self until me key comes along and says, I am the key, I am the way, I am that part of you that you've been seeking all along. Just as Rumi says, what you seek is seeking you. It is the essence of who we are. It is our higher consciousness, our higher self. That part of us that is all-knowing, that has open and access to universal consciousness with unlimited potential in our life, in our understanding, in our wisdom, and our growth. It is but for us to use the other part of that ticket and sit in the quietness and the stillness and listen to that sweet inner voice that comes. Now, it may not come to you as it did with me in words. It may come as a feeling, as an urging for us to find something deeper within ourselves and more open with the God consciousness that we are, that is indeed a part of who we are. I encourage everyone to tap into that true nature of who you are. And what you will find there is unconditional love. What you will find there is joy. What you will find there is non-judgment. What you will find there is that warmth of open arms, of going home. And many that I talk to, they're afraid to go to that space within themselves because of conditions of the outer world and self-judgments. And so they don't want to look at what's in there for fear that there's something that they are to be judged for or to feel bad about, or something that we judge ourselves. That's where the judgments are. It's from our personality. It's from our outer self. It is not from that inner place that is that God space that is within us. There is no judgment there. And when I say greater understandings, they're episodes in our lives that we may question, why did this happen? Why did he or she do this or that? Why am I the way I am in my outer life? What is it that motivates me or moves me in the outer now? And getting and giving yourselves the opportunity to sit with me key. You will come to understand, and doors are open, and doorways are open for us to have clarity and understanding of our relationships with other people and our relationships with ourselves. I am the divine in me. You can say, each one of you can own this. Beckoning me to look in those places that we're afraid to look at. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at the beauty and the non-judgment and the joy and the understanding that comes with that. Maya Angelou says, the ache for a home lives in us, in all of us. The safe place where we can go as we are and not be questioned. If just stop and think, how would it feel to be in that place of home? Just like the prodigal son who goes home and is welcomed with open arms and is embraced and loved unconditionally in a way that he himself didn't feel he deserved. And I'm here to tell you that each and every one of us here deserves that unconditional love. Deserves to be held in the glow of the God essence and the divine essence that we are. And feeling the ecstasy of what that feels like as well. Venture into those places that you may not think to go. And just trust that the divine will lift you up and make you see how you are we are an integral part of the God force and the oneness of all that is. So, where is it that you seek your peace? You will not find it. You will not find it with looking at only half of the show. you will find it when you take that opportunity to look at the whole show and glean the wisdom that comes from doing just that. And coming into full acceptance of who we are just as we are. And know that in that acceptance comes that divine guidance that puts us on the path of where we're to be, how we're to be, and how we're to show up in this physical world. It's a beautiful journey. It is a beautiful journey. And it is one that sometimes we're challenged by. But there is also, it comes with a surrender and a gift of knowing that I have purpose here. I have reason here for being here. I am worthy of this. I am guidance. I am worthy of this. I am presence that is with me, within me. And I go willingly to that place where I can tap into that energy and know that I am, that I am. Trust yourself. Trust God. Trust the divine within. It always conspires for your highest and your best good. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you've been. Trusting and knowing that this journey will take you into many, many arenas. And each one of those arenas that we go into has something to teach us, something for our souls to experience, and something for us to understand. And I'll leave with the poem that I found that I thought perfectly ended my talk today. And I have no idea who wrote this poem. I saw it, so it's anonymous as to who wrote it. But the poem is Finding Myself. I spent many a day sitting on a couch with a therapist. I learned a lot about myself. We all do who come to learn. My task, like many others, was to find my inner self, that eternal part that knows, that feels and knows, a part shut out so long ago. It was a wonderful discovery. It's me, the real me, full of overflowing, still there and alive under many layers. Now I have change from couch to knees. I have found a new therapist. I take all my feelings now and share them with Father. And I'm going to say Father, Mother. I see a part of His plan I used to not understand. One of the things He sent me here to learn and to remember was myself. How could I have forgotten? This is me. God bless.